What if you had a personal assistant that never sleeps, never gets tired, never complains, and can help you write, learn, plan, build, and create almost anything in minutes? Not in some distant future, right now. Imagine this. You sit down at your computer or pick up your phone. You have a question, maybe about your work, your studies, or something you're curious about. You type it in, and within seconds, you get a clear, helpful answer. You ask it to write an email for you. It drafts it instantly, professional and ready to send. You ask it to explain something difficult, maybe a concept you never fully understood in school. And it breaks it down in simple words, step by step, like a patient teacher who never gets tired of helping. You ask it to help you start a business, and it gives you a clear, structured plan you can actually follow. That assistant already exists. It's called ChatGPT. And in 2026, it's more powerful, more accessible, and more useful than ever before. But here's the reality most people don't talk about. A lot of beginners try ChatGPT once or twice, and they don't get amazing results. They ask a vague question, they get a vague answer, and they think, that's it? This is what everyone is talking about. So they stop using it. They assume it's overhyped, or too complicated, or just not really useful for their life. But that's not the problem. The real truth is this: ChatGPT is only as powerful as the way you use it. When you learn how to communicate with it properly, how to ask better questions, how to give clear instructions, everything changes. Suddenly, it becomes one of the most useful tools you've ever used. It can save you hours of work every single week. It can help you learn new skills faster than you thought possible. It can make you more productive, more organized, and more confident in what you create. And for many people, it's even helping them earn money, start side businesses, and open new opportunities they didn't have before. So in this video, we're going to start from zero. No technical background required. No confusing jargon. No assumptions that you already know how this works. Just simple, practical steps you can follow immediately. You're going to learn how to ask the right questions, how to get better answers, how to turn basic responses into high-quality results, and most importantly, how to actually use ChatGPT in your daily life, for your work, your studies, your business, and your creative ideas. Because once you understand how to use this tool properly, it stops being just a chatbot. It becomes a partner, a thinking partner, a creative partner, a productivity partner, something you can rely on every single day. And once you see what it can really do for you, you'll never look at your computer the same way again. So let's get started. Welcome to this complete beginner's guide to using ChatGPT in 2026. If you've never used it before, or you've tried it a few times and felt unsure, you're in the right place. This guide is made for everyday people. Students, professionals, freelancers, business owners, or anyone who wants to get more done in less time without feeling overwhelmed. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk through everything step by step in plain, simple language. First, you'll understand what ChatGPT actually is and how it works, without any technical jargon. Then, you'll see how to start using it right away, even if you've never touched a tool like this before. After that, we'll focus on the most important skill of all, how to ask better questions so you get better answers. Because once you learn how to communicate clearly with this tool, everything becomes easier and more powerful. Then we'll look at real-life examples you can use every day. Writing emails, studying, organizing your work, building ideas for a business, and even ways people are using it to earn income. And finally, we'll go over the most common mistakes beginners make, so you can avoid frustration and get results faster from day one. By the end of this guide, you won't just know what ChatGPT is. You'll know exactly how to use it as a practical tool to save time, think better, and get more done in your daily life. Let's start with the basics. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is an AI tool designed to understand language and respond in a way that feels natural and human. In simple terms, you can type a question, a request, or even just an idea, and it will respond with useful information, suggestions, or fully written content. It works because it has been trained on a very large amount of text from books, websites, and many other sources. This training allows it to recognize patterns in language, explain complex ideas in simple ways, answer questions across many topics, and write in different tones or styles depending on what you need. But there's something important to keep in mind. ChatGPT is not a human, and it doesn't know things in the same way people do. It doesn't have opinions, experiences, or personal understanding. What it does is predict the most likely and helpful answer based on patterns it has learned from data. So while it can be incredibly helpful, it's still your responsibility to think critically about the answers you get. Always use your own judgment, especially for important decisions. A good way to think about ChatGPT is as a smart assistant. It can help you brainstorm ideas, plan projects, write emails or scripts, study new topics, and get things done faster. It can save you time and give you a strong starting point for almost anything you're working on. But at the end of the day, you are still in control. You guide the questions, you choose what to use, and you decide how to apply the results. Getting started with ChatGPT is simple. You open the app or go to the website, sign in, and right away you'll see a chat box on your screen. That chat box is where everything happens. All you need to do is type your message, press enter, and wait a moment for the response. That's it. No complicated setup, no technical steps. It works just like sending a message to someone. The message you type is called a prompt. And this is important because the quality of your prompt directly affects the quality of the answer you get back. Clear, simple prompts usually lead to clear, useful responses. If you're just starting out, don't worry about writing anything advanced. Begin with basic requests. You can ask ChatGPT to explain a topic in simple terms, write a short email for you, help you organize your schedule, or even give you ideas for a project. For example, you could say, explain what artificial intelligence is in simple language, or write a polite email asking for a meeting, or help me plan my day so I can be more productive. These small tasks help you understand how ChatGPT responds and how you can guide it. As you get more comfortable, you can start making your prompts more detailed. You can add instructions, set a tone, ask for step-by-step guidance, or request different versions of the same idea. The more specific you are, the more useful the response becomes. And that's really the key. Start simple, practice a little, and gradually explore more advanced ways to use it. Before you know it, you'll be using ChatGPT as a powerful everyday tool to save time, learn faster, and get more done. The most important skill when using ChatGPT is writing good prompts. Everything starts there. The quality of your results depends directly on how clearly you ask for them. A weak prompt is vague and unclear. For example, if you say, write something about business, that's too general. There are millions of directions that could go. So naturally, the answer you get back will also be general, unfocused, and probably not very useful. But a strong prompt is specific and clear. Instead of being vague, you guide the response. For example, you might say, write a 300-word introduction for a beginner guide on starting an online clothing business, in a friendly and motivational tone. Now that's clear. The task is defined, the audience is defined, the tone is defined, and even the length is defined. And because of that clarity, the result you get will be far more useful. The simple truth is this: the more context you give, the better the answer will be. ChatGPT works best when it understands exactly what you need, who it's for, and how it should be delivered. So how do you consistently write strong prompts? You can simplify it into 3 key parts. What exactly do you want ChatGPT to do? Write, summarize, explain, translate, generate ideas, create a script. Be clear about the action. Second, the context. This is where you add helpful details. Who is this for? What is the goal? Is it for beginners, professionals, customers, or students? What is the topic and what outcome do you want? And third, the format. How should the answer be structured? Do you want bullet points, a step-by-step guide, a script, a list, or a short paragraph? When you tell ChatGPT the format, you control how usable the output is. When you combine these 3 elements, task, context, and format, your prompts become powerful. And once you start using this simple structure, you'll notice something quickly. Your results improve dramatically. The answers become clearer, more relevant, and more aligned with what you actually need. So before you press send on your next prompt, take a moment. Ask yourself, is this clear? Is it specific? Does it include the task, the context, and the format? Because when you master prompting, you unlock the full power of ChatGPT. One of the most popular uses of ChatGPT is writing. Think about how much of your day is spent writing something. Emails, messages, captions, reports, ideas, notes. It adds up quickly. And for many people, it takes more time than it should, especially when you're not sure how to start or how to phrase something clearly. This is where ChatGPT becomes incredibly useful. You can use it to write almost anything. Emails for work, blog posts, social media captions, video scripts, school assignments, business reports, proposals, or even simple messages that need the right tone. Instead of staring at a blank page, you can just describe what you need, and it will generate a clean, structured draft for you in seconds. Now, if you already have something written, that's even better. You can paste your draft directly into ChatGPT and ask it to improve it. For example, you can say, make this more professional, simplify the language, shorten it, or make it more friendly and conversational. It will keep your main idea, but rewrite it in a clearer and stronger way. This is especially helpful if you struggle with wording, grammar, or tone. Instead of guessing how to improve your writing, you get a polished version instantly, and you can learn from the changes it makes. On the other hand, if you don't know where to start at all, you can ask ChatGPT to create a first draft from scratch. You simply explain what you want. For example, you might say, write a short email to a client apologizing for a delay, or create a 300-word Instagram caption about a new product, or write a script for a YouTube video about productivity. ChatGPT will take your instructions and give you a full draft you can work with. From there, you edit and personalize it. You adjust the tone, add your own details, and make sure it sounds like you. The goal is not to replace your voice, but to support it. ChatGPT gives you a strong starting point, and you refine it so it matches your style and message. When you use it this way, you save a huge amount of time. Instead of spending 30 minutes writing and rewriting, you might only spend 5 or 10 minutes reviewing and editing. You also reduce stress because you're no longer stuck trying to find the right words. Over time, this helps you communicate more clearly and more confidently, whether you're writing for work, school, business, or your personal projects. So if you write anything at all during your day, this is one of the easiest and most valuable ways to start using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is also an incredible learning tool, especially if you're trying to understand something new or improve your skills. Think about how often you've opened a textbook or watched a lecture and felt lost within the first few minutes. With ChatGPT, you can slow everything down and ask for explanations in plain, simple language. If something still doesn't make sense, you can ask it to explain again in a different way, using examples that match your level. You're not stuck with one explanation. You can keep asking questions until the idea really clicks. You can also ask for summaries of long topics so you can quickly see the big picture. Then, if you want to go deeper, you can ask for more detailed breakdowns, step by step. It works for almost any subject: math, science, history, business, programming, languages, or even creative skills. If you're studying for an exam, ChatGPT can create practice questions for you. It can quiz you, check your answers, and explain why something is correct or incorrect. That makes your study time more active and more effective. And if you're starting from zero in a new subject, you can ask it to build a study plan tailored to you. For example, you can say, create a 30-day plan to learn basic Python, or give me a weekly plan to understand marketing fundamentals. It will break everything into manageable steps so you don't feel overwhelmed. In many ways, it's like having a personal tutor available any time of the day. You don't have to wait for a class or a teacher. You can learn at your own pace, in your own style, whenever you're ready. ChatGPT can also become a powerful partner in your daily productivity. Instead of trying to keep everything in your head, you can use it to organize your day in a clear, structured way. You can ask it to create a simple daily schedule, a weekly plan, or even a step-by-step roadmap for a bigger goal you're working toward. If you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start, You can simply describe everything you need to do. ChatGPT can then help you sort those tasks, decide what's most important, and guide you on what to focus on first so you don't waste time or energy. This is especially helpful when you're dealing with multiple responsibilities at once, like work, school, or running a business. Instead of guessing what matters most, you get a clear order of action. Beyond planning, ChatGPT is also great for thinking. You can use it to brainstorm new ideas, whether that's for content, business projects, or personal goals. If you're stuck on a problem, you can explain the situation and ask for possible solutions or different ways to approach it. Over time, you can even build simple systems with ChatGPT. Things like daily routines, content workflows, study plans, or business processes that make your work smoother and more efficient. When used this way, ChatGPT isn't just answering questions. It becomes a tool that helps you stay organized, think clearly, and move forward with less stress and more focus every single day. For business owners and freelancers, ChatGPT can be a powerful tool when you use it the right way. Think of it as a smart assistant that helps you move faster, stay organized, and generate ideas on demand. Whether you're just starting out or already running a business, it can support you in many different parts of your workflow. For example, you can use ChatGPT to brainstorm business ideas. If you're not sure what kind of service or product to offer, you can ask for suggestions based on your skills, your interests, or even your local market. It can help you explore different directions until you find something that feels right for you. Once you have an idea, you can use it to create marketing content. This includes social media captions, email newsletters, ad copy, or even full blog posts. Instead of staring at a blank page, you can generate a first draft in seconds, then edit and shape it into your own voice. It's also useful for writing product descriptions, service pages, and client proposals. You can describe what you offer in simple terms, and ChatGPT can turn that into clear, professional writing that speaks to your customers. Another big advantage is customer communication. You can draft replies to common questions, create support messages, or even build templates for handling inquiries. This saves time and helps you stay consistent in how you talk to clients. If you're starting from zero, ChatGPT can guide you step by step. You can ask it to help you choose a niche, define your target audience, and build a simple business plan. It can break things down into small, manageable steps so you don't feel overwhelmed. Right now, many people are already using ChatGPT to create digital products, offer freelance services, and build online businesses from scratch. Some are selling ebooks, courses, or templates. Others are offering writing, design, or marketing services using ChatGPT as part of their workflow. But the most important thing to remember is this: ChatGPT is a support tool, not a replacement for your thinking. Your ideas, your creativity, and your experience are still the most valuable part of your business. ChatGPT simply helps you move faster, organize your thoughts, and turn ideas into action more efficiently. When you combine your own creativity with the speed of this tool, you can create more, test more ideas, and grow your business much faster than you could on your own. And that's where the real advantage comes from. ChatGPT is also a powerful tool for creativity, especially when you feel stuck or unsure where to start. We all hit creative blocks. Whether you're writing, designing, or creating content, there are moments when ideas just don't come. That's where ChatGPT becomes incredibly useful. You can treat it like a brainstorming partner that's always available. If you're working on a story, you can ask for plot ideas, character backstories, or even different ways a scene could unfold. It can help you explore new directions, add depth to your characters, or come up with twists you may not have considered. If you're creating content, ChatGPT can help you generate video titles, outlines, hooks, or full script ideas. You can ask for multiple options, compare them, and refine them until you find something that fits your style and your audience. It's also helpful for expanding ideas you already have. You can give it a simple concept and ask it to build on it, improve it, or present it from a different angle. Sometimes just seeing your idea expressed in a new way can spark even better ideas. Think of ChatGPT as a creative assistant. It doesn't replace your imagination, it supports it. You're still in control of the final result, but now you have a tool that helps you think faster, explore more options, and break through those moments when your mind feels blank. So whenever you feel stuck, open ChatGPT and start asking. You might be surprised at how quickly new ideas start to flow. Let's talk about some of the most common mistakes beginners make when using ChatGPT. The first mistake is being too vague. If your prompt is unclear, ChatGPT can only give you an unclear answer. Think of it like asking someone for directions without saying where you want to go. The clearer you are, the better the guidance you'll get. The second mistake is expecting perfect results on the first try. ChatGPT is powerful, but it's not magic. Sometimes you'll need to refine your prompt, ask follow-up questions, or provide more context to get exactly what you need. Don't get frustrated. Treat it as a conversation that evolves. The third mistake is trusting everything without checking. While ChatGPT can generate a lot of useful information quickly, it can also make mistakes or give outdated details. Always double-check important information, especially when making decisions that matter. Finally, the fourth mistake is not experimenting. Many beginners stick to simple prompts and never explore what else is possible. The more you try different types of prompts, ask it to take on different styles, or challenge it with creative requests, the better you'll understand what works and how to get the results you want. By avoiding these mistakes, being clear, patient, careful, and curious, you'll get much more out of ChatGPT and make it a real productivity partner. Getting great results from ChatGPT is easier than you might think, and it really comes down to a few simple tips. First, be specific. The clearer your instructions, the better ChatGPT can understand exactly what you need. Don't just say, write something about marketing, give details about the style, the length, or the audience. Next, use examples whenever you can. Showing ChatGPT exactly what you mean makes a huge difference. Even a small example can guide it toward the tone or structure you want. Another powerful approach is asking for different versions or alternatives. Don't settle for the first answer. It can give you multiple options, and you can pick or combine the parts you like best. Also, don't hesitate to ask it to simplify, expand, or rewrite content. Whether you need a shorter, punchier version or a more detailed, thorough explanation, ChatGPT can adjust for you. And probably the most important tip, treat it like a conversation. Keep asking follow-up questions, clarify your points, and refine the output step by step. The more you interact, the closer you get to exactly what you need. Remember, ChatGPT is not just a tool, it's a conversation partner. By being specific, giving examples, exploring alternatives, and iterating with follow-ups, you can unlock its full potential and save yourself time and effort in the process. We are entering a time where AI tools, like ChatGPT, are becoming part of everyday life. Imagine how the internet and smartphones completely changed the way we live, work, and communicate. Well, AI is now doing something very similar. It's not just a tool for tech companies or programmers anymore. It's for students, professionals, freelancers, business owners, basically anyone who wants to get more done in less time. The people who learn how to use these tools early will have a huge advantage. They'll be able to work faster, make smarter decisions, and even learn new skills more quickly. Opportunities that once took months or years to create could now appear almost overnight. And here's the best part. You don't need to be a programmer, a data scientist, or some kind of tech genius to start. All you need is curiosity, a willingness to explore, and a little patience to learn. By starting now, you're not just keeping up with the future, you're getting ahead of it. The sooner you understand how to use AI to your advantage, the sooner you can take control of your learning, your work, and your creativity. So don't wait. Explore, experiment, ask questions, and watch how quickly things can change when you have the right tools at your fingertips. AI is here, it's powerful, and it's accessible. The question isn't whether you'll use it, but how soon you'll start. You've just learned how to use ChatGPT from the ground up. That means you now understand what it is, how it works, and most importantly, how to make it work for you. You've seen how to write better prompts so you can get the answers you actually need, not just random responses. We've also covered how to use it across so many areas of life: writing, learning, productivity, business, and even creative projects. From drafting emails to generating ideas, Or from studying complex topics to brainstorming for your next big project, you have a tool that can really amplify what you do every day. The next step is actually quite simple. Don't overthink it, just start using it. Open ChatGPT, try a few prompts, and see what happens. Experiment, play around. The more you interact with it, the better you'll understand how to guide it, how to get exactly what you need, and how to make it fit your own style. And remember, it's a skill. Like any skill, it improves with practice. So don't worry if your first attempts aren't perfect. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep refining your prompts. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more practical guides like this one. And if you have any questions, ideas, or even just experiences to share, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. This is just the beginning. With the right tools, the right mindset, and a little curiosity, you can achieve more than you ever thought possible. So go ahead, start experimenting, and see where ChatGPT can take you.